Hello, future teachers, and Welcome to My Class with Taylor Gleave. Hello, everyone. If you've never met me before, my name is Taylor Gleave, and I am a future educator just like you. I'm so glad that you decided to join me in my journey and in my video today because we were talking about something that is so important for us as kindergarten teachers, and that is working with a kindergarten child's family. Now, this is extremely important because this might be the first year that this child is involved or exposed to a classroom experience, and you as the teacher want to make sure that not only the students feel comfortable, but the parents feel comfortable as well, because this might be the parents' first time leaving their kid for a full day. So it is our job as that student's teacher to make them feel comfortable and to make them feel like they can leave their child with us for the entire day, because it is your biggest thing, your child. You really want to make sure that they are safe and that they are cared for and that their teacher is going to put in the effort with them, just like that parent has. So I'm going to give you a few tips on what I have found out and what I have noticed throughout my classes at Ball State about why it's so important to get those families involved and how you can do that and make the parents feel comfortable and welcome. Our biggest goal is to have our parents back, is for our parents to have our back. So we want those students' parents to be able to support us too, because we are sending our students back home with them. And if they can help us out too, then it's going to be just the best situation for that student. So the first piece of advice that I have is starting off early. Right when you get that class list, I suggest that you do something important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask to schedule home visits for that child. Now that might seem silly, but it's something that I got to experience from kindergarten through third grade, and I know my parents loved it. So what I'm going to do is ask that I can come and visit the child's home. Now, obviously, you have to give the option. If the parents don't feel comfortable with that, you can always leave your classroom open for them to come into your classroom. But putting in the effort and showing them that you're willing to drive to their house, come into their family, meet their whole family, is really showing effort from you as the educator. So I would like to send out a fun email asking if I can come join them in their home or if they can come join me at the school. I want to get to know the child and their parents from the very beginning. So at this first initial visit, so let's say it's at their home, I will come to their home and just get to know them. I really just want to get to know them. I feel like the child will feel more comfortable when it's in their own home and not some strange classroom that they're not familiar with yet. I want to share some things about me to the parents, and the parents and the child can share some things about themselves as well. This is just to get to know you. When I leave this conference or this home visit, I want to leave behind something important. I'm going to leave behind my brochure. So this brochure is something that I'm going to hand out because we're not going to make these meetings too long, these home visits too long. We don't want to be invading their time. But I'm going to leave something behind that lets them know what the year is going to look like, how to contact me, different things that their child will be learning throughout the year, and how the parents can support the child throughout the year. So that's the main thing that I want to do right off the bat so that the parents get to know me and so that I get to know them as well. So I want to schedule that home visit. The second thing that I want to do is send home a weekly newsletter, and I want to send it home in a physical copy because that way the parents know that every Friday their child in their folder is going to come home with that weekly newsletter. This newsletter is going to range from anything from what we've been doing that week, what the parents and the students can look forward to next week, and what the parent can do or the families can do to help support that child in what we are learning. So let's say we're learning about the letter F. So if we're learning about the letter F in school, I'm going to write that. We've been learning about that, and I'm going to give the parents some activities that they can do at home with the child. You know, there's ever some downtime. Work on that letter F. I want to let parents know that they can help too in this process and that they can do things to further their child's education as well. So I want to send home those weekly newsletters just so that the parents know what we're doing in class, so that the child knows what to expect next week, and just so that there's that open communication between the teacher and the parents each and every week. Next, I would like to create an online Seesaw Classroom account. Now, this is an online portal that you can make, and the teacher, it's almost like a Twitter page for classrooms. The teacher can post different artworks that the students are working on. They can post projects. They can post children's writing activities or just things that we're working on in the classroom. This is somewhere where parents can come in They can look at what we're doing and they can be like, wow, my child's learning this week. I got to see this picture of my child during the day while I'm at work, just so that parents feel connected in our classroom, especially now with the new rules and regulations about who can come in and out of the building. I think building that kind of a community where parents are actually seeing that me as a teacher is putting in that time to show each and every child's artwork or show, something that may not be able to be brought in. When we were going to school, our parents could come in and be room moms. They could come on field trips. But now today it looks a lot different. So I want to make it as accessible and as easy for parents to see what we're doing in our classrooms. That's another way. Last thing I want to do is hold parent-teacher conferences. And these are really just open. I want to share the progress and where I see children advancing, where I see children might be needed a little bit extra help. I really just want to be open and have an open relationship with those parents. I am working for those parents and for those kids, and I really want to let them know what I see in their child, because I'm spending so much time. I'm assessing these children in so many different ways. I'm spending each day with these children, and I want them to be able to know and feel open to come and talk to me about things and me be able to talk to them. But I feel like doing all of these things will really help have an open communication and an open relationship with that parent. I want that parent to feel comfortable with sending their child to school with me. I want the child to feel comfortable. And I just feel like these steps are an easy way to help us have a great working relationship with our kindergarten families, especially since this might be the first experience that the parent or the student may have with this child being in the classroom. So those are just my tips and tricks. Thank you so much for joining me in my classroom today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.